One of the things that I find fascinating about human nature is our ability to look at other people's lives and see what's wrong in their lives, while at the same time ignoring some of the things that are going on in our own. When we look at the Gospels, we can look at the disciples as a group overall and see so many times when they didn't trust the Lord, when they didn't understand what he was talking about, and we can say, why in the world didn't they get this? He told them very clearly. Well, at the same time, not recognizing those same things about us. When we read in Matthew 26 about Christ going to the garden to pray just before he is betrayed and arrested and heads to the cross, we come across this verse, Matthew 26, and verse 40 says, Jesus came to the disciples and found them sleeping. And he said to Peter, "So could you not watch with me 1 hour?" Christ had gone with the disciples to the garden. He was praying. He was preparing himself for the anguish of the cross, the suffering that he was about to undergo. He asked the disciples to come with him, to pray with him. They immediately fell asleep. We can look at that. We can say, how could they not understand what was going on? How could they not even pray with the Lord for an hour just before he goes to the cross, just before he goes to suffer this agony of death on our behalf? Verse 41, Jesus says, "Watch and pray that you may not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." Before we get too hard on the disciples, we must think about our own lives. Christ here admonishes them about the importance of constant vigilance to the evil and the temptation that is around us. Watch and pray. The spirit is willing. We often say, I want to do this, Lord. I want to be the person you want me to be, but the flesh is weak. How desperately we need God's help in order to fight temptation, to be the people that we want to be. We could say about the disciples, how could they not have recognized the danger that was all around them, the events that were about to transpire? How could they not have dedicated themselves to prayer in that moment? Could we not say that about ourselves? Look around us, friends. Look around us at everything that is going on. Look at the disintegration of the family. Look at the almost absence of morality in our world. Look at all of the temptation that faces us every day. And we could ask ourselves the same thing. Could we not enter into prayer for even an hour? Oh, friends, let me challenge you today. Your spirit may be willing, but I promise you, you're just like me, and your flesh is weak, just like the disciples. To fight temptation, we need the power and the strength of God every moment of every day. Can I encourage you today to dedicate yourself to prayer, to ask God to shield your heart, to give you strength that you may stand up to the temptations that face us. Don't fool yourself into thinking you can handle it. We all need the help and power of the Holy Spirit to walk in the way that honors God.